Hello everyone, welcome back to another Commander review, and today we are still in the Legends set, and we are talking about Gabriel Angelfire. Ooh, I always forget to do this on the first one of the recordings I do. You always will know the first video I'm doing in the 6 recordings that I do, because it's always the one where I forget to pull up the current card text versus the one that you may or may not be seeing right now. And yeah, that's always nice. That always adds unnecessary time to these videos. It's not like I'm trying to make a commander review for every commander or something. Like, that'd be crazy. Who would ever do that? Absolutely insane. Okay, Gabriel Angelfire is a legendary creature angel. 4/4 for 3 generic mana, 2 green mana or 2 white mana, or 2 green mana and 2 white mana. And it says, I'm going to read the current text versus the one that you're looking at right now. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose Flying, First Strike, Trample, or Rampage 3. Gabriel Angelfire gains that ability until your next upkeep. And then afterwards, in the current rules text, it explains what Rampage is. A reminder on Rampage, if you did not watch already the Chromium video, which had Rampage 2, Rampage X is whenever this creature is blocked, it gets +X/+X for every creature beyond the first creature blocking it. So as soon as a second creature blocks Gabriel Angelfire, it gets +3/+3, which is great because it turns into a 7/7. Phenomenal. With that said, let's talk about the rules of Gabriel Angelfire, which I don't think there are any. There is one card ruling. Gabriel Angelfire will have the ability it gains through your next untap step, but will no longer have it during your next upkeep step. Which is pretty straightforward. I don't think there needs to be any more definition to that. Like, as soon as it's the beginning of your upkeep, you need to pick a new ability because the first ability has run out. Or if you don't pick a new ability for some reason, then Gabriel just doesn't get anything, which is whatevs. A card that synergizes with Gabriel, of course I went with the Rampage mechanic, because of all the keywords on Gabriel, Rampage is the most unique because it is the least reprinted of those mechanics. So, similar to Chromium, who had the Nemesis helmet, something like that. I don't remember what it's called. Oh, goodness me. I did a similar thing, a luring mechanic. I actually did the original card that the playstyle is named after, Lure, which is an enchantment aura for 1 and 2 green pips. Enchanted creature, all creatures able to block enchanted creature do so. So if you pick Rampage 3 and then you force everyone to block Gabriel, he is going to be able to dish out a lot of damage. For the 3 deck ideas, first one is the deck that I have Gabriel Angelfire in. I have Gabriel Angelfire in a Super Friends deck, mostly because, and I may make a video about this in the future of like my personal decks that I have, and why I have certain cards in them. Gabriel, I'll explain at least, mostly because there's not a lot of like keyword soup commanders in Selesnya, and there are plenty of angels in Selesnya, but all the angels I have are all the angels that exist rather are very like human and angel based. So all of those angels are actually in a human tribal deck with like an angel sub theme. And to like not crowd that deck too much, I put it in this deck with Super Friends because it's just a nice strong creature to have to protect your planeswalkers. So in this deck, obviously I'm running lots of Planeswalkers, lots of Planeswalker synergy cards, and lots of ways to proliferate. So that will include ways to putting counters on Gabriel, Angelfire, and then I can proliferate those counters and make Gabriel even stronger, to the point where maybe I don't do Rampage, maybe I give Gabriel Trample instead. As far as two other deck ideas that I am not going to be building with, but I think are cool, is on EDH Rec, a very popular theme is enchantments, which you could totally do with Gabriel. Soup him up pretty much like a Voltron deck. So things like Indrik Umbra, mostly because it gives that lure effect, but it also gives it totem armor, which is very important in a deck like this where you need to give Gabriel a lot of protection. Roar of Challenge, another lure effect. A lot of these, every single card you'll see right here has a lure attached to it. So the main point of this deck is you are really playing off of that Rampage 3, and you're taking advantage of it. So really, these all have lure effects, but it's more important that you also have the deck full of trample effects, or different forms of, I guess maybe not evasion. Probably the best one would be Death Touch and Trample, because you either want to quickly eliminate the whole board, and or you want to make sure that you are eliminating threats and still carrying damage through to your opponent. So Trample is probably the best form, the best keyword to put on Gabriel after Rampage with these lure effects. And then I'd say Death Touch as well, so you can easily get through your opponent's defenses. And then, of course, keyword soup. I love keyword soup decks. Baneslayer Angel, Elder Gargaroth have lots of keywords. And then there aren't a lot of cards that do this right now. There are some legendary creatures that care about keywords on creatures, but Concerted Effort is an enchantment that does a similar thing to like Odric Lunarch Marshal, which I'm not pulling up in this video, but I will do a video about Odric later. But Concerted Effort does the same thing as the Lunarch Marshal, where it takes keywords from creatures that you control and then gives them to everyone else. I personally like Concerted Effort a lot because one of the keywords it provides that Odric does not is protection. And so for Baneslayer Angel, protection from demons and from dragons means that all of your creatures with Concerted Effort now have protection from demons and from dragons. So really cool. I love that. I love the land walk keyword as well with Concerted Effort. You can have a lot of fun with this deck doing a keyword soup. And since you're in some great enchantment tutors in these colors, you could easily find Concerted Effort, kind of have Concerted Effort be like the secret commander of the deck, which I think is really fun. All in all, that is Gabriel Angelfire. Fun card. It's versatile, it's flexible, as you see in its strengths. You can go a lot of places with it because of the keyword soup, because of its colors and its creature type. There's a lot of things you could do. You could do a first strike deck, you can do a trample deck. Flying is very popular. Angels, of course, have a lot of strength and support in these colors. Of course, with all that said, it is very expensive. It is 7 mana to play, and you have to... That first turn you play Gabriel, it doesn't get any of those abilities or anything, because it has to trigger during your upkeep the turn after you've cast it, unless you're casting it during your opponent's end step or something, which you could do. But generally that first turn, Gabriel isn't doing anything, especially because it doesn't have haste. And so you got a 4/4 that you just spent 7 mana for, and it's not doing anything for a whole turn other than blocking, maybe. So, very expensive for what it's doing, and you need to be able to protect it, which is another hurdle you have to cross. So, not the strongest, but definitely a lot of fun, and if you build around it cleverly enough, I think your play group is going to have a lot of fun. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this and you want to see more, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified when more Magic the Gathering content comes out. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!